Okay, guys, we are back in business. We're gonna see if this particular combination is going to work. So, the adjustments I made, we added Hydreigon, removed Dragonite, for removed Azu and what's his name? Azu. I need max defense. I can see a case for it, but with Skeledirge on there too. Some speed F helps. I probably want some speed, but we'll take it by ear. As we know, last step of the team building process is actually testing it out. But Azu, the weight functions was more like an offensive. Like it wasn't. While the typing was technically good on paper, it never will switch in on anything. Because in one it needs its citrus, but it's also not defensive. So you know, you don't want to switch it in on Dragapult and get Shadow Balled and get destroyed. So, but this style of team is what I meant when I said sub Hydreigon, right? So this is the type of theme it would thrive versus. Skeledirge doesn't do well versus Hydreigon, so you know, this is best case. Well, I mean, it can boost on Hydreigon technically. But because those Dracos don't ever get dropped, like the drops don't last, or you can get flinched, it's not the best. Tusk is really good here. Tusk well played bodies, Hydreigon well played bodies, well baked Hydreigon. I'll have to commit the Terra Steel to Dragon, that way I can always KO that Dragapult, because the Infiltrator is going to come up big. Plus the Terra Steel is just good. I really like my hazards up as I'm going about that process, because Corviknight's likely are gonna just try to defog anyway. Rocks. Items are gonna be removed, which is gonna make Great Tusk even more deadly. But as far as what I can't guard against, I'd say Pult Shadow Ball. While I have 3 dark types, it can destroy all of them with the right move, U-turn or Draco, respectively. Or if it's just that annoying Wisp set, it's even worse, truth be told. Dragon is offensively horrendous for us. The Dragons, period. Gambit is decent, but I have Corvi and the Great Tusk. Corvi and these 3 aren't as much. It's really his dragons. It's really his dragons that are the issue. So let's see what to do. I just realized how problematic Dragapult is to my team. Adjustments will still have to be made. Because what I'm thinking about is if he leaves the Pult, there's very little counterplay I have. Or if he starts with the Hydreigon. What's worse? So I'll do is I think I'm very surprised he led Hydreigon here. For a couple reasons. Low kicks could first impression KO him. I'm gonna do his U-turn here. I don't know how competent he is. It would be pretty. I mean, he's 1642. I'm sure he's seen what a low kicks does. First impressions, right? So this is beautiful. I could get the party started right in here. This Great Tusk is still alive and healthy. Depending on what it is. So it's rocks. So by Skeledirge here, he would go hard Pix / hard Hydreigon. Okay, let's see what his initial play is gonna be. I'd be very surprised if he U-turn hard Peck / hard Hydreigon. So I'm gonna double the low kicks here. If he stays in and U-turns, I won't die. But I also cover for his Hydreigon switch and his Pex switch. Now the Pex is more so I want to see what his item is. And to see what is okay. So his initial is Pex, which I figured. Okay, it's not helmet. T-Spikes. But only, I mean that T-Spikes, my team is very T-Spikes weak. But he has to defog. So I'm not overly concerned about the T-Spikes, but it does matter. Okay, I'll have to play this differently. My Meowscarada doesn't need to be kept at the utmost. I don't know why I went Polt on my Corviknight. I mean, it's not like oh my goodness, there's no logic to it whatsoever. It's not really about that. It's more so the what would he do here? He'd U-turn slash. Well, he's scouting for. No, he's not scouting for. Couldn't have been scouting for. So what we do is double the Meowscarada here. Well, she could U-turn randomly, but yeah, it goes Pex, which is what I figured. Now I can knock. But it's better to spike for the long term, even if he toxics, it doesn't matter. I figured this sequence would come sooner or later. But as I said, I'm going to press him to defog. Me get it. My Great Tusk is going to be a huge issue now. So there's the Corviknight as I expected. This is going to go a long way. So he has to roost, yeah. And now this spike is really about to go crazy. So Pex is there. Oh, Rock's bad, but now I can Hydreigon comfortably. Okay, so it's very interesting. Now I get to see what the Dragapult is now that I have the spike up. Because the Hydreigon was always going to be an issue. But I'm surprised he toxic considering he knew I was like him. Interesting. Well, I wonder what his Hydreigon set is then. Maybe he thought I didn't have Earth Power. Thankfully I won that tie. That's a big hit tie. He's in a forfeit here. Okay, goes Pope. This is where we Terra Steel. He may okay, so he's gonna Draco through the sub. It hurt like a bitch. As long as I'm alive. Okay. So that's literally why we put this shit on the team, right? Because shit like that. Teams like those would give me hell if I only had Dragonite and so the payoff of the Hydreigon was immediate, right? We saw why Skeledirge I'm still super. Okay, so the reason I'd use the word forcing Skeledirge on this team is primarily because of Volcarona. Volt could wash me if I don't have a dedicated answer in that slot or on some part. I could Pex or change the team structure a bit, but it would fix it, and it would also provide me with a water switch. So it would fix the Volk issue unless it's Quiver, Terra, Ground, which would body me anyway. But low kicks can help with Terra Ground a little bit, right? Especially because Skeledirge wouldn't die in one hit because it would ignore the boost. It would get a hit off and then first impression would destroy him. So speak of the devil, we're facing a Volcarona in this one. Not having a setup sweeper here makes these lower ladder games a bit trickier. Like Dragonite would wash this guy. All I need to do is set the conditions for that. But with the style of team that I went with, I'll have to slow play it a bit. But that's okay. Skeledirge really good. Skeledirge, I didn't even speak English there. Skeledirge really good. Very good mod here. Low kicks is decent. I'm gonna keep it alive on the off chance that is what I described earlier. Some kind of, I know these Volks have been evolving. Terra Dragon sometimes, Terra Flying, Terra Water, Terra Ground, you know, all these things. And so the question is, what do I win with? I'll likely modify this one last time to make it a good mixture of balance killer and offense killer, because now it can beat offense, but it's a drudgery. Like, and he can't guard against Great Tusk. If I spin, I can sweep him with Tusk. Except for Volk. So what to do? What can I guard against? Backs. The Cinderaces. So we're gonna do what we discussed yesterday about these being Will-O-Wisp. Because the thing about it, if he's not Will-O-Wisp, I just kill something here, which is a horrendous lead. If it's not, I kill his Cinderace, I think, even through the burn. But my Great Tusk, then again, what's my Great Tusk coming in on regularly? I'm willing to. If he Will-O-Wisp, I should kill him still. Barely survived. Shit. So now he can Power Ball. Let's see what his initial is gonna be. I get to see the Volk. I'm guessing Volk will be his initial, so I'm guessing Will-O-Wisp is common now. I saw it once or twice in a tour game when I was doing OST, so I was like, okay, maybe I should. Like, it's just like a random ladder thing that I considered scouting for, but it's seeming to be common enough. I could KO him with the CC here. If Headlong Rush didn't, actually no, CC won't kill him. He might Ice Shard though. But I'll take 2 Glaives. It's a horrendous play. Maybe he thought I'd Skeledirge. Which, I guess if you think I'm gonna Skeledirge and you want me to throw, that's a better play. So I have to Roost here, the reason being, one, he should go Goldie first. But secondly, this can come in and take Isaac Crash. So it's Banded Backs, which is good data. Cinderace is Will-O-Wisp, just generic. Not too much data on the Goldie. Trick Scarf would be a bitch. Hydreigon is really good. Is Cinderace living? I wonder if that's a roll, man. If Cinderace living is a really fucking big deal, man. I can't afford to take a Make It Rain here. He should assume I have U-turn, so he'll Shadow Ball first. Yeah, that's offensive. Alas. I'd assume he'd fear. I'll sub here though on the out chance. I don't know why he'd backs. Like, backs made no sense there. An Ice Shard, so you're giving up backs to Ice Shard. Gone. So backs is gone, which means I don't have to prioritize Corviknight's health as much anymore. It matters, but I need a spike so I can one-shot Valiant with Brave Bird and Body Gambit. He switched it out. He could still, he could be fearing Dark Pulse, right? I don't know why he went backs instead of just sacking the ace. And then he goes Gambit, which is super interesting. So there are a couple options I have here. If he's fast, Katal, Terra. There are a couple ways I can go about this. I guess I could force him to Terra first. So I'll do is force him to Terra first. I'm gonna go Tusk. The reason I'm doing it like this is because I do have Skeledirge who can Terra as well. Unless he's not gonna Terra this. Otherwise, I mean, if he doesn't Terra this guy is bad. He is 15 and okay, there's a Terra flying. Yeah, I figured that would happen. That's not too big of an issue because now I can Draco and I can sub and all these things. And it's partly why. If I didn't know whether he was faster than my Corviknight or not, which is why I didn't want to commit to the Corviknight and Iron Defense back. But yeah, so now we just go for the little bit of damage, 10%. That's fine. Iron Heads. So it's lefties. I wonder if Katal 2 KOs me. What do I need to win? I need Skeledirge. Skeledirge and... I think he might be bulky. Like Max with F, that really bulky version. Do I need my shown sub? So it should just Iron Head. Okay, 59 is good. What's the last two? Cinderace. So Skeledirge, Showdown, Valiant, Cinderace, and Volk. Scarlet would die. I want to U-turn so badly here, because I do think he's going to Iron Head. Yeah, I don't have any other form of priority. So Skeledirge could come in and Terra Water. I think Scarlet would. I think Scarlet might die to this Sucker Punch. Oh, it does. Shit. So I gotta go. I need this Torch Song to kill. Okay. But I'm forced to Terra, which I didn't want to do. So he was slow. He was really slow. He was just slower than Corviknight. But with Gambit, you never know. I lost a lot of my team to that. I know I haven't like lost or anything, so it's not the end of the world, but is he gonna do a high jump kick? Court change. I don't know the point of that. That's a waste of a turn. Unless he's sash something. I'm very Spadef on the Skeledirge. So even if he were to trick, unless the size booster Valiant, which would die. What is he gonna use? Thunderbolt. Again, I'm very Spadef. And even if he Calm Minds, it's a complete waste of a turn. I guess it made sense to not have my... I don't think his Goldengo is please... God. How did he survive? Slack off 35%. 38. Oh, okay. Taunt. Interesting. Still not over though. But I needed to think about what are the mods I wanted to say. I never killed these stupid things. Skeledirge is crit. Should I tell him to join the academy? Yeah, if you're making it rain to Skeledirges, bro, I see why you're not beating them. But yeah. So it was some kind of GG. I actually forgot about the sub mechanic there with the sound move, because I'm like, his Volt just died. I don't know why I thought about clicking Shadow Ball as if there was any reason ever to kick that ball. But Skeledirge mentally fucked him there. He wasn't thinking clearly. I don't think Golden going to make it rain was ever a decision. I wonder what his Golden was. Probably covert, because you know you trick. As if trick. I mean, it was better to do trick before you did the Valiant sequence. If you tricked me, at least you could do something there. I think I'd have had an extra boost, so the Valiant wouldn't have survived after the Moonblast. But I need to be more careful around King Gambit though, because right there it could have gotten ugly. If I had just gone hardcore when I would have Iron Defense and out muscled him with body press, but you just never know. This is likely to be our last game. But he's packing low kicks as well. He's running the same shit he's running my squad from yesterday. Shout outs to Seabass. I was like looking at it, he's running low kicks, and I saw the Meowscarlet, and I'm like, hold the fuck up. Sunday, right? Funnily though, his version is problematic for me, but the downside is that I have an Iron Defense Corviknight. So once I get rid of that Skeledirge, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Scarlet is annoying as fuck for him too. We could both lead. low kicks and say, let's do this. What about that life? It would make no sense for him to Miascarada lead, but if he does, it does put me in a bind. I'm very Miascarada susceptible. Spikes plus Sub-Dragon washes though. So phase 1 is going to be, that was Miascarada. Okay. As I said, very poor decision if you're trying to cover for my low kicks. But maybe he's just like, oh, I'll just go for the move, and unless he changed this to Sash, which I doubt. So I'll just first impression here. If he changed it to Sash, then it makes a bit more sense. Okay. This is odd. Maybe he's not thinking about what comes after. So I get to, he has to go Azu here, and I get to Earth Power. The reason I'm Earth Power is so the next time I Nasty Plot, I can body him. So that's 33, which means after Rocks, surprise liquidation. Well, I guess not. But the next time I come in, I can, I guess he covered for Terra Steel.
I don't have an answer for that.
Okay. I need to be very careful with my Corvinado. Liquidation. Come on. Thankfully, no hacks. That's a really big, it's a really big crit there. Though I would have roosted anyway. He commits to belly drumming. Yeah. Well, at least, I guess I have to commit my Terra on my Skeledirge. I'm surprised he played it like this. So we're gonna give up. Well, I don't have to. I can just kill him with low kicks, truth be told. I just have to figure out who I want to give up. Corviknight wins once Skeledirge is gone. So I don't have to commit my Terra yet. So who don't I need? My Great Tusk is walled by his Dragonite. If I give up low kicks, then let me run this calc, see if Miascarada survives. Low kicks is who I prefer to give up. Zoomeril, OU, Belly Drum, +6. Meow, Scarada, OU lead. Aqua Jet with the Terra Water. It's a really high chance to kill me. Okay. Alright, I'll give up Tusk then. I'll give up Tusk. So he just wasted. So the belly drum there was a bad play because the Hydreigon now comes in. Like this sequence is good. This literally the same sequence is going to happen again, where my Hydreigon comes in. You have to slack off, and I just kill everyone. Everybody died. Everybody dead. So I guess he's going to go hard low kicks here. We sub, at the very least. It gives the low kicks up. Gives the low kicks up, dies to Drake. Unless it doesn't die. I guess that would be whack if it doesn't die to Draco. I don't have rocks anymore, which blows. What Spikes should do. In this particular game, rocks doesn't help me more than Spikes. Most of his team is boots. Rocks should have helped with low kicks, but it's going to be at... So he goes Miascarada. Free to sub here. See what he's gonna do. He's gonna go to Ozzy. I could have nasty plotted there, but I was afraid he made Flower Trick. I don't like having to waste 50% of my health here. It won't actually be 50%, but I'm getting a gauge for his level of skill though. Because what I think the sequence he's going to do is try to do this and then go back to Miascarada. He doesn't. I figured that's what he'd do, but I don't know his level of skill. As I said, I just want to keep playing it fairly. I wouldn't say safe, but so I can afford Corv to lose his item. I doubt he'd knock, but he does knock, which is unnecessarily risky. But that's what I'm saying about the level of skill thing, because right there's no reason to knock off. You always U-turn. Oh, so it goes Great Tusk. Okay, so we're gonna just Iron Defense here. And this is where me losing my Great Tusk is a big deal. And having rocks up does matter a lot for him. I know Scarlet just coming in, but it's like there's very little I can do. Now I can Draco, and every time I Draco I get a kill. But I need his Miascarada gone. If his Miascarada leaves, then my Skeledirge gets really good. I'm just thinking this through. So he Torch Charms, which is a misplay. Now you lose a mine. He fucking leaves it in. That's a horrible decision on his end. Please hit. Yes. Him sacking Skeledirge there. Because the Skeledirge is, it's too fast. That's why I'm like, I should have put some speed on my Corviknight. It doesn't mean that low kicks can't be countered. But, so now U turns out. I gotta play this perfectly. Because I didn't play the, if I let him U-turn on Corviknight, then the Skeledirge gets to heal. If I go Skeledirge hard, like if his Skeledirge died, then I sweep him with my Corviknight. I'm gonna take the risk. If he knocks, okay, I was like, he should never knock there. And if he goes Great Tusk, I can harden Miascarada, because he's either gonna close combat or well, he should never have one. I could see him CCing, truth be told. He goes Skeledirge, it's a horrible play. Please win the tie. He won the tie. Like, if he lost the tie there, it was done. That's whack. Now he terrored, so that does mean that my Miascarada is really problematic now, but okay, fair enough. Okay, Torch Song shouldn't even knock me out, but let me see, spikes. The low kicks could come in. I don't like how I played versus the Azu. No, actually no, I don't regret the Azu decision. I think what I underestimated was how problematic Miascarada is to me. Short of Corviknight can check it, but it's hard for me to kill Skeledirge. And so I likely have to get him to throw away his Miascarada. Let me think. If I Flower Trick here, if I spike and he goes to low kicks, the low kicks is the issue. Like, low kicks could come in for free here. Spike helps, but not really. What's my best case? Yeah, I figured low kicks would come in. It is what it is. He may U-turn, he may not. I want to take the risk, but I can't afford to right now. Is it better to Corv forces and no. I gotta get all these turns right, but yeah. And then he goes Skeledirge. Because I could Terra Water and we just duke this out right now. And if I beat his, because he's used up far more slack off, so I have the edge here. I guess I don't need to Terra anything else, so why not Terra Water this now? Yeah. What's that? 51%. He should never Meowscarada. Why do I feel like he's the type to go Meowscarada here? Guess this would have dropped. He should Meowscarada this turn. But he's wasting the Skeledirge's health. Come on. Okay. He's not using his slack offs. Okay. Should go Meowscarada now. I want to kill it, but I can't risk it because he's crit fishing. He's used a ton of slack offs. He's used 3. Now he has to use. I want to slack off on the same turn. He slacks off. So he has 2 left. This is great. Because as I said, Corviknight can Iron Defense kill him. Man, if I had the speed on Corviknight, this game would have been over. So he's used 2 slack offs. I have 4. Win this tie, Skeledirge, please, for the love of God, win this tie. Skeledirge, please. So I go Scarlet. How did that kill? How did that kill just now? Alright, the Torch Songs. Right. I forgot about that. So actually it was a good play that I did. I completely forgot about the Torch Songs, truth be told. Like I'm here making it seem like I know what the fuck I'm doing. No, I'm a bad player. No. I'm the greatest of all time. But kidding. No, I'm not. Low kicks, there's several ways to this, but I need as long as my Skeledirge, so Skeledirge has 2 slack offs left. I have 4. But at this point, he's about to use one of the moves that drop the defenses. And I'm thinking, okay. So Hydreigon gets a KO every time it comes in. So we're going to leverage that. Right, he could Dragonite. Skither, yes, perfect. So this is what I wanted. I just needed him to do what he just did. And now my Iron Defense, Corviknight wins. Jeez, the fucking Skeledirge is an issue to kill. Yeah. But as I said, we just had to be patient and wait for the opponent to give us. This was a case where this sporadic decision making in the beginning made it very hard for me. Because I could tell he's not playing you considering risk versus reward. Or else Skeledirge, he would never have done that Skeledirge exchange. But the way he played his Skeledirge let me know like he doesn't realize how important it is. But then he actually plays it recklessly and then switches out. And so it makes it very hard to read. But it's not really about predicting it. It was just making the play that even in the worst case scenario, I still have a shot. And so the Ozu did throw me because I did not expect Belly Drum there. Because you're so Hydreigon weak, right? But he played well around the Hydreigon in the beginning. And then obviously towards the end, the Skeledirge, Hydreigon, Meowscarada combination started doing its damn thing. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this. I did. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.